got patrol.
For the third straight year, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs find themselves on the berth of another state tournament appearance, but standing in their way, a team that experts have ranked at the top of girls Class A soccer the entire season, the Hill Murray Pioneers. As we travel to Higgins Memorial Field, the home of the Hill Murray Pioneers, as the Pioneers and the Zephyrs face off with a trip to the state tournament on the line. My name is Alex Westhead, and tonight we have a matchup between two teams ranked number 1 and number 2 in the coaches' poll. For girls Class A soccer, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs ranked number 1 overall. The Hill Murray Pioneers ranked number 2 overall. And for these two teams that play each other out of the Metro East Conference, they do battle fairly regularly. And even this season, a matchup on September the 25th, Jeff Dishler did it with you, and he called the 2-1 Hill Murray Pioneers loss to the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, as the goal scorers that day, Anna Wagner had one, as did, I believe, Audrey Sexton. However, the stats for girls soccer not quite as complete as they could be, as we will await this one. Hill Murray and the Pioneers have no stats whatsoever recorded on the Minnesota Soccer Hub website, and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs have sparing a few years ago. I heard that the reason for that was so that way teams could not scout each other, in that a team could not look at statistics and assume that, oh, well, this player has a lot of goals, we should probably watch them. But then I would say to them, well, really it doesn't matter, because if you watch that person play, you can figure that out certainly soon enough. And so for the press people and the people on our side, why not make it easier for us? The number 2 seed in the section is your Mahtomedi Zephyrs, as they will wear their traveling white jerseys tonight, all white from head to toe except the blue numbering. The Hill Murray Pioneers, as the home team, they will wear a green faded into black color with a green short and black socks. A very difficult jersey to read, but we will do the best that we can. And so 80 minutes stands between one of these teams and a state tournament appearance, as it'll be the Pioneers and the Zephyrs here on SEC Sports. And an odd play to do a simple kickback, as the ball will immediately be sent into the Mahtomedi half of the field, attacking half that is, as the Pioneers look to gain possession and move the ball back out of harm's way. A lot of dangerous play, but it's cleared back out onto the back line. A very good back line for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs here, only giving up 0.69 goals a game. The Hill Murray Pioneers, just as strong and just as talented on the back end too, they only gave up 0.65 goals a game. Between these two Metro East schools, as play will continue here. Again, the matchup earlier this year, September 25th, between the two schools, a 2-1 Mahtomedi decision. And a lot of people wondered why Hill Murray got the number 1 seed in Section 4A. And the reason for that, Section 4A seeded based on the QRF rankings as done by MinnesotaScores.net. And Hill Murray ranked slightly above Mahtomedi, and that's where they rank right now, where Hill Murray number 1 in Class A and Mahtomedi number 3 in Class A, with just Chisago Lakes ranked between the two of them. Meanwhile, the Pioneers will take the ball back over, and the Zephyrs continue to apply pressure. Excellent start to this game here between these two schools as it comes back here on the near side. Lauren Heinz has been a player to watch for Mahtomedi for a number of years, and she's taken down dangerously. That'll draw a whistle, and that's something that we'll have to watch as we might get an early booking here. No, it will be a free kick upcoming here for Mahtomedi. Again, we'll watch the physicality as these two teams, the Zephyrs, look to defend back-to-back state tournament, not just appearances, but state tournament titles. And the Hill Murray Pioneers, who for years may not have had the strongest programs, on the free kick, a nice through ball headed out of harm's way as it roll back over the goal line. A nice save. I don't know if she got enough to it. And it'll be a corner kick here upcoming for Mahtomedi, coming from that far post. You expect the set pieces to be an important role in the game tonight, as that's often the deciding factor between the two teams. This first corner kick is unsuccessful as they were looking for that far side. Audrey Sexton was the corner specialist, and a first shot on goal is saved by the Hill Murray goaltender. For the Pioneers, it's number 33, senior Sydney Stone. The Pioneer goaltender is wearing kind of a teal jersey, very similar to the Pioneer green that we're used to seeing. Meanwhile, on the other end of things, for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, it's senior Megan Lizaway, who has been excellent for years, 2 state championships to her name. Again, just an excellent job of goaltending so far this season. Only 2 losses, one to the White Bear Lake Bears for the Zephyrs, as they fell 2-1 to White Bear Lake way back in August, and another loss to Cretin-Durham Hall. The only 2 losses on the season for Mahtomedi. As we play now here, 4th minute, no score. Cross attempt off the foot of Heinz, is too strong, but able to get to it, Ellie McCormick. McCormick trying to work her way through traffic, punched out of the air that time by Stone. Goes all the way back to this back line for the Zephyrs. Ball's kicked in further, can be played to Jolie Berry. As they continue to try to play, Wagner tried to spin a shot on goal, but another save by Stone. Already 2 shots on goal for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, and the Pioneers will choose to slow things down. Stone's ball can be played here on the near sideline by Sarah Luger. A lot of crossover between these 2 schools too, as far as soccer players also playing hockey. So the familiarity between the teams is certainly why they are ranked as high as they are and why they are as competitive as they are. Nice little runner here and a chance for the Pioneers on the rush. Lizaway trying to cut it off. Oh, and the ball goes out past the goal line. It'll be a corner kick this time for the Pioneers. Zephyrs with a corner kick early. Now the Pioneers will have one too on the far side. As you see there, a nice rush, but excellent back-checking ability that time by Michaela Stockness to take that chance away. And so the Pioneers will get a corner kick here in the 5th minute. This is right footed kick. Can be sent in through traffic. Zephyrs have plenty of players right in the box, and they can send that back out of harm's way as the Zephyrs will reset. Ball out of bounds. We'll have a Mahtomedi throw-in on that far side. It's the first time we've called a game at Hill Murray in quite some time. They used to be a part of the Cable Commission, which covered what we called at the time our Fab 4, or Fab 5 rather. Hill Murray, Mahtomedi, White Bear Lake, North St. Paul, and Tartan. But they left the commission a few years ago, so good to be back at Hill Murray and see the changes and the renovations made to this stadium. Meanwhile, play resumes here, 6th minute, as the ball goes back onto the far sideline. Can be played that time by Wagner. Wagner trying to send it further back into the Hill Murray half. And so after a early domination by the Pioneers, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs have responded by having to play in their own defensive half. As the Pioneers will play the ball further along on that side. Trying to kick it through as they'll gain possession. Still battling for it, choosing not to play the ball. Again, the physicality impressive in this match so far. We'll have a throw-in from that far side. It'll be Claire Cater to do the throwing in for Hill Murray. Ball back out of harm's way. Now loose ball can be cleared back out, looking for Heinz, too strong, and the Pioneer back line able to find it. Some fancy footwork that time by Mia Jutz. As the ball will go out of bounds, we'll have another throw-in upcoming. Throw in back onto the far sideline. They like to work that far sideline, perhaps an area of strength for Hill Murray. As the ball back into the center of the field, they'll work back out of their defense. Lucy Zupfer here near sideline, got it for Luger. Luger trying to work in through some space. Crosses the ball further. She'll send it back now onto the far sideline. Long shot, nowhere in particular, goes over the goal line, and a goal kick here in the 7th minute. Again, the 2 teams each with a pair of losses on the year. Pioneers with 1 more win at 13-2-2, 6-1 in the Metro East, and the Zephyrs at 12-2-2, 6-0-1 in the Metro East, which resulted in the Mahtomedi Zephyrs winning the Metro East Conference this year, with the Pioneers just half a game behind. The 2 teams are very competitive, very talented, and we're glad that you're joining us here on this one. There's no other broadcast company doing this one here tonight. Good chance for the Pioneers as the ball gets through that back line, but the Zephyrs able to rebound and send it back. Long, sharp angle shot on goal, easy save for Lizaway. And a bit of miscommunication here will give the Pioneers another chance. Bit of a turnover there again, too, as it looked like Audrey Berry wasn't quite sure what Lizaway was trying to do with that ball, and it gave the Pioneers a chance to do something with it. They'll take advantage off the throw-in. Ball kicked out of bounds, that time off the foot of Rachel McCleary. It'll go out of bounds. We'll have another throw-in as the Pioneers work closer to the Zephyr net. Again, 2 straight state tournament appearances, 2 straight state titles for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. As the Hill Murray Pioneers soccer team, the Zephyrs and the Pioneers have been rated 1 and 2 for much of the year. Dangerous ball here. Oh, but the Zephyrs able to clear that one out of the way. There's been a couple of chances like that for both sides tonight. As we are in the early going, again in Minnesota State High School League play. 2 halves of 40 minutes, then 2 10-minute halves of sudden death. And then penalty kick should they get there. We have the first substitutions of the night. Pair of subs coming in for Mahtomedi. Again, both teams with deep benches, so we should see them roll tonight. It'll be Michaela Stockness to do the throw-in, far sideline. Here in the 10th minute of play. The 9th minute. The ball headed back in on that far sideline, out of bounds again. Another Zephyr throw coming. The ball thrown in. The Pioneers able to regain possession, intercepted that time by the Zephyrs. A little bit too strong though off the foot of the midfielder for Hill Murray. They'll work back on that sideline. Oh, another aggressive tackle. We're going to get a whistle there. The Zephyrs don't like it. And that'll be something that this officiating crew has to watch out for tonight. We'll have Mia Jutz kicking here off the free kick. Jutz with a right-footed drive from the deep part of the field. She'll watch it go out of the back of the goal line. Will be the goaltender Lizaway. We'll have another goal kick upcoming here for Mahtomedi. It was Erica Broughton who usually took the free kicks most of the times this regular season. We've seen goaltenders do that. Defer to one of the stronger leg defensemen, and Broughton with a drive there. Got it back almost to the 50, but the Pioneers able to get that goal kick almost immediately as Broughton will watch this one go right to the foot of Lizaway, as Lizaway will pick it up inside the goal box. She'll start to work her way back up the field. Here in the 11th minute of play, Hill Murray 0, Mahtomedi 0. Alex Westat from Higgins Memorial Field. Mary Queen of Victory Stadium here on the campus of the Hill Murray School. There's a ball played now on that far sideline. Pioneers trying to work with speed, but the ball ran out of the sideline, and the Zephyrs will have another throw-in. Stockness looking to throw it in, but the Pioneers excellent coverage on those throw-ins. The ball bounced back through center. Pioneers trying to regain Luger. Luger with a nice cross attempt, but a little bit too strong as the ball will roll over the goal line again, and another goal kick upcoming for the Zephyrs. Again, the last 10 meetings between these two schools, Mahtomedi 7-2-1. And when you look at in the playoffs, they have met in the playoffs in each of the past 4 seasons, 5 if you count this year. 3 of those 4 previous matchups came in the section championship, with the Zephyrs winning all but the one in October of 2016. Ball headed through, goes over the goal line again, and another goal kick coming here for the Zephyrs. And all the scores too, all close except for one, where Mahtomedi 6-0 over Hill Murray in the 2017 section championship. Otherwise, the games have been very close and very hotly contested matchups, so the rivalry strong between these two schools. Luger able to force the defender off the ball, trying to send it in further. Nice intercepted play briefly before the Pioneers can regroup. Trying to work on that far sideline. Ella Runyon defended well. Luger picks up the ball. Oh, a nice little move there. Luger trying to cross, but unable to do so, as a sure-handed Megan Lizaway able to get to that ball. They have a spot for shots on goal on the scoreboard here at Hill Murray. However, no shots on goal have been put up yet. After that first 3 minutes or so of domination by Mahtomedi, it's been all Pioneers since, as the Zephyrs look to end that drought at this time. Into the attacking half now, Audrey Sexton. Sexton sent a through ball, held up there. Where's that flag? The Mahtomedi faithful want a flag there, and I'm stunned that they didn't get one. It looked as though there was contact from the Hill Murray back line the entire way, almost holding the jersey. But no call came. If we get a chance, I'd like to see a replay of that. But the entire Mahtomedi side of these stands, and packed as they may be, were laboring, looking for that flag. Perhaps a penalty kick on that one. Well, either way, the Pioneers regain possession back in the attacking half. Ball goes back through the center of the pitch. Could be played further on now. Excellent ball possession here by Mahtomedi to force through the strong Hill Murray back line. Ball intercepted now, and a chance here. Catherine Schindler lost it that time. And it's Jolie Berry able to clear it back out. And the back line for the Pioneers will simply send it back to the goaltender Stone. Back here near side, Lucy Zupfer waits for possession for Luger now. Luger able to deke. Trying to get around. Nobody open. Good defense by the Zephyrs this time. Schindler trying to get around the Mahtomedi defense. Nice through ball this time. But the ball cleared out of danger as she was looking for Teresa Warden right in the middle of the field. And it'll allow the Zephyr defense a chance to set back up here in the 14th minute of play. No score. Zephyrs and Pioneers. Mahtomedi, the number 2 seed in the section. Hill Murray, the number 1 seed. In the coaches' poll, those rankings flip-flopped. Mahtomedi ranked at number 1, Hill Murray seated at number 2, and in the QRF, Hill Murray seated at number 1, Mahtomedi at number 3. So the difference between these two teams, very, very small. Ball cleared out of harm's way again as they try to play in the corner. Have another Pioneer throw in this time as Zupfer will throw it in. Nice throw taken away by Mahtomedi. They'll lose possession. Trying to cross it in front. Nice through ball. Great save by Lizaway. Megan Lizaway diving over to make the save and saying no to the Pioneers. That might be the save of the night so far, and it was an excellent one from the senior. Nice through ball here this time. Wagner trying to get to it, but the Pioneers able to keep it back. Here on the near sideline, looking further for Luger. You hear the very strong Mahtomedi contingent that has made the trip from Mahtomedi here to Maplewood, in the home of the Pioneers, cheering on their senior goaltender. Ball out of bounds. We have 4 substitutions coming out now for Mahtomedi. Again, we'll take a look at that save now. Just an excellent effort here. See a great ball, tons of power, but Lizaway diving over to her left. Take that chance away. Meanwhile, back on the other side, chance for the Zephyrs, rolling past the goal line. Out of harm's way, and it'll be a goal kick upcoming here for the Pioneers. Stone will leave it as the Zephyr substitutions will come on. It'll be Mia Jutz to do the goal kick. And the Pioneers wearing a green faded to black. Zephyrs in the road whites. And as Mia Jutz will do the kick. Almost halfway home in this opening half. It's the ball into the far sideline, taken away by the Pioneers. Oh, nice little touch pass here as the Pioneers continue to rush up the field. Another through ball looking for Luger. Lizaway, oh, almost collided with Lizaway. A great job by the senior to keep possession that time. Amazing the talent of these two teams, and we've seen it in bunches so far. Another through ball, Luger first to it, but great defense on that back line by Lindsay Hankey, the senior, to go back and get that one, giving the Zephyrs time to set up. So we'll have the throw in here on the near side. This will be Lucy Zupfer to throw. Luger trying some fancy footwork to keep possession. Intercepted on the back line this time here as Jenna Eitel will play it further, trying to bring Jolie Berry further along, but unable to do so. Intercepted now, Schindler. Tried to push the ball through. Lizaway, shot, score, but a flag for offsides. The goal will not count. Offsides is the call. but Pioneer fans don't like it, but I think it was the right call. As we see here, that ball through. And, well, I don't know. That's tough when you can't see the other sideline. It looked as though it was real close, but the official's flag went up for offside, taking a goal off the scoreboard for the Pioneers. What theater we have seen just in the first 20 minutes. And still a full 60 left to go. Ball thrown in from that sideline, headed further along. The Pioneer back line to get through it. As the ball comes back here now, center of the pitch. They'll tangle up for it. Again, physicality, the method of the madness here tonight. Zupfer's ball deep to the Zephyr back line. Headed further along now. Still trying to fight for it. Unclear on where the ball went to. It punched further ahead. As the Zephyrs will have to watch the Pioneers get to it. Luger again. Luger trying to get around the defense. Excellent defense at that, but this time the Pioneers able to get to the ball. They'll tie up again. Goes back to the far side now. Schindler. Ooh, dangerous challenge there. Trying to work around. Shot on or across in front rather. No good as it goes out of bounds, and a goal kick for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Now we've seen a number of these chances where the Zephyr defense is pinched down and the Pioneers have been able to get through it. Real good chance that time for the Pioneers, but really good positioning too by Krista Tyval to box out the forward for the Pioneers and force a goal kick. Coming back here on the near side, looking for clearance, so a through ball attempted there is unsuccessful. Now the throw coming here, Zupfer's throw. Further for Schindler. They're trying to move it along. Oh, nice clearance that time by the back line for the Zephyrs. As it'll roll back into the center of the field where Audrey Barry can have a chance to race upfield. Challenge attempted that time, unsuccessful. Barry will send it further, trying to spring some of the Zephyrs there. Jenna Eitel in the forward position, but it's cleared out of the way. And the Zephyrs can set up in the attacking half. 20th minute, no score. Pioneers and Zephyrs in the Section 4A championship. A chance to go to the state tournament, and for the Zephyrs, a chance to defend 2 consecutive state titles. As the ball goes out of the back of the goal line off a Pioneer kick. It'll be the second attempt now for Mahtomedi on the corner. This will be Sexton to kick it from the corner. So far, no good. Sexton's cross, looking for a chance in front, battling for possession. Oh, almost. Ball there on the near side, touch pass, oh, out of harm's way. It'll go offsides, the call again, and a goal kick here for Hill Murray. So Mahtomedi 0 for 2 on the corner. We mentioned that the set pieces would be important tonight for both teams, and so far both teams unsuccessful. As a kick this time from Jutz, too far, looking for Luger on the near sideline. Another Zephyr throw-in right by our camera operator tonight. It's Tyval's throw. Went off of a couple of players, both one Pioneer, one Zephyr. Clearing attempt that time by Broughton, goes to the back line, off the foot that time. Other Zephyrs, excellent reception. Good challenge though by the Pioneers. We send further along now. Trying to move it around, ball goes out of bounds. We'll have a Pioneer throw-in. As the Pioneers will walk to the line, trying to throw in, kicked that time by the Zephyrs. Now the Pioneers with a chance, ball looking for Luger. Lizaway will have to challenge again. She slides down to get to it. She'll make another save. Again, both teams only averaging about a goal against per game, less than that even, almost half a goal per game. We see that defensive strength by both sides tonight. As the Pioneers will take another chance on the Zephyr side of the field. Trying to work their way around now. Schindler got it further this time for Warden. Warden looking for Luger, defended out a nice defensive effort that time by Lainey Padelford. We'll have another Pioneer throw-in as Lucy Zupfer, the 9th grader, freshman, Got it for Luger. Luger trying to cross in front. Lots of space for the Pioneers. Also choose to progress the ball further. Cross in front. Ooh, unsuccessful there. Schindler tried to challenge, but this time Sexton will take it away for the Zephyrs. Sexton, nice through ball. Looking further on that far sideline, that time for Audrey Berry. Berry trying to work up that sideline. Looked further. Try to move that ball for Jenna Eitel, unable to do so, however. We'll have a Zephyr throw-in as the Mahtomedi will continue to roll their bench. No substitutions as of yet for the Pioneers. So we'll have a throw-in coming here far sideline. Ball thrown in. That time, ooh, tied up nicely. They'll try to push the ball further. That's Lauren Heinz. Heinz trying to spin with a shot as the ball will roll out of bounds. We'll have a Mahtomedi throw-in. This time we will get a Pioneer substitution and 2 more Zephyr subs. As we've reached the 24th minute of play, opening half, Pioneers and Zephyrs, who have met in the past 3 section championships. Last year was a 3-1 Mahtomedi victory at Mahtomedi High School. It's the first time, I believe, for quite some time that the section final has been played at a stadium that is not Mahtomedi. We'll have Mia Jutz to kick the goal kick once again. It's a line drive going far sideline. The Pioneers a chance. Nice through ball. But that back line of the Zephyrs is there to clear it out of harm's way. And a really nice defensive effort that time by Jolie Berry, whose sister plays the front side. Harley's up for throw again. Schindler trying to look forward. Through ball for that time, looking for Claire Lozano. A little bit too strong. We'll have another goal kick up coming here for Mahtomedi. So far, the story of the game, a Mahtomedi defensive lapse turned into a Hill Murray goal. However, the goal waved off, and I believe the 18th minute, which keeps the score 0-0. Another really good save, too, by Megan Lizaway. And those have been the chances for the Pioneers tonight. Mahtomedi so far 0 for 2 on corners. Hill Murray only with 1 corner kick attempt. As we continue to play here, 25th minute of play, we have a whistle and an infraction. It'll be Mahtomedi, free kick. Stands are packed here in Hill Murray at Higgins Memorial Field. Beautiful backdrop during the day as we were setting up our cameras. The fall colors certainly coming in. Fortunately, you can't see those now as it's dark, but you can imagine what that looks like. It'll be Erica Broughton to kick off the back line. Broughton's kick with some spin on it. Ball went further as the Pioneers tie up, trying to play it further. Head can keep it into the defensive half of Hill Murray. Almost a turnover there. That time a nice challenge as Annabelle Hillstrom made a nice play. Hillstrom tried to evade the pressure, is able to do so, moves it to the back line, and Sexton will clear it further. Onto the back line now, Jutz. Jutz, ooh, mishandles, stumbles, gives the Zephyrs a turnover. Working in, Lauren Heinz, easy save that time by Stone. We might have something extra here. We might have a penalty kick, and I think we do. Well, again, you see there Mia Jutz just losing a handle in the turf. And it was not Heinz, rather, it was Abby Graybo who had the rush at goal. And so we won't get a penalty, we won't get a card, we won't get a penalty shot. Instead, it looks like we'll get a free kick. You hear the chant, "You can't do that." That'll be a kick. That'll be a very interesting spot to play defensively. You see the Pioneers all lining up right at that box. And it'll be Audrey Sexton to kick it. As now this time the Pioneers will retreat backwards. See Stone playing the near post. As Broughton will now join the play. Everybody standing right at the goal line where we're playing on the football field, but it'll be Sexton's kick. Here, 27th minute. Sexton winds, fires, easy save by Stone. She'll knock it down. It's as good a chance as the Zephyrs have had tonight. They've had plenty. But the goaltending on both ends has been excellent, and Stone with another save on the free kick. Broughton this time lost it to Schindler. As the ball regained by the Zephyrs that time, as it'll go right by the Pioneer bench. Go out of bounds, and we'll have a Pioneer throw in. Onto that far sideline, too strong with the Zephyrs, unable to get back. Chance now that time defended well. The Zephyrs, another free shot, they score! That time it counts, Pioneers 1-0. Well, I thought that the Zephyrs had cleared this ball out, but not quite strong enough, as Hill Murray in the 28th minute gets on the scoreboard first. You see there, just that run onto the far side. They tried to cross. Good defense that time, but unable to clear it out. Just a sharp angle shot, too, from the winger on that far sideline. And you see the passion and the excitement there, as a goal in the 20th minute makes it 1-0 Hill Murray. As that time the goal will stand. Do I have the number? No, I don't. I have no idea. As the public address announcer here asking me who the goal scorer was, I'm not sure, to be honest. I won't take that time. And another goal for the Zephyrs! What a response by Mahtomedi to tie it up no more than seconds later. And again, you see just this through ball and just the effort of Lauren Heitch to get through and just shovel that top corner. As it's Lauren Heitch on the scoreboard for the Pioneer, not for the Pioneers, rather, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And that's exactly what Mahtomedi needed to get back in this game. Wow. And so 2 goals, seconds apart, give us a 1-1 tie here in this Section 4 championship game. As the Pioneers will have it again on that far sideline. Lizaway makes a save. We've already seen insanity. What more can we see? As the ball will go back onto that far sideline. It's kicked by Lizaway, back into the center. Pushed further along this time by Rachel McCleary. So tie up. Send further back into that back half. It'll be a race to the ball. We'll see who gets there first. And that time will be Zupfer. As Zupfer will send it out of bounds. We'll have a Mahtomedi throw-in upcoming. Trying to get that number of that Hill Murray goal scorer. It was on the striker on the far sideline. We'll get that number soon enough. We'll worry about the throw-in here. Krista Tyval throwing in. Off the chest that time. Center pass in front. Cleared out of harm's way. And this time the ball will roll over the goal line, or over the out-of-bounds line. Tyval to throw it in. The whistle blows. Tyval's throwing. Can be chipped further ahead, looking for Heinz. Heinz with a goal. Here's the cross, defended well by the Pioneers, but this time straight up into the air. Chance, Sexton, easy ball on the ground that time, as Sydney Stone able to take the play. She'll settle things down and wait for play to resume. Stone will send this ball well over half the field. It goes off the foot that time. It'll be Warden. Trying to rush the ball back into the attacking half. So it's through. Goes past out of bounds. Should be a Hill Murray throw. It will be. So we've reached the 30th minute. 1-1. Pioneer goal in the 28th minute. Oh, it seemed to be a harmless shot from a sharp angle. And then almost immediately, seconds later, Lauren Heinz scores in the 28th minute for Mahtomedi to even this one up at 1. Again, a trip to the state tournament in US Bank Stadium on the line. As the Zephyrs back line will play Audrey Sexton. Got further along now, Wagner. Wagner trying to chip it further ahead, looking for Heinz. The defense of the Pioneers turns that one away. Near sideline, Zupfer looking further on this sideline as he got here now to Lozano. Lozano ties up. Excellent defense by Hillstrom. Hillstrom will get a whistle, and it'll be a package. Mahtomedi. Lots of fun crowd tonight, too, out in a perfect fall evening. As the teams certainly have their fan bases showing up for this one. And here's Broughton, who will take it just over half the midfield marker. Broughton waiting for the offense to set up. Nice kick, looking for the back post. Headed nicely that time by the Pioneers. Good challenge, good tackle. As the ball goes all the way back now. Through ball attempted. Lozano was the intended receiver. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Mahtomedi soccer ball. I guess football, the actual term we want to use is there'll be a pair of substitutions on each side. The goal scorer walking away, I think it's Claire Cater, because it was that far winger. But unfortunately, I think it is Claire. Okay, yep. So then it was Claire Cater who got the goal for Hill Murray. Again, the public address announcer here at Hill Murray. An excellent gentleman helping us out. Now we have a free rush. Wagner working through. Great save by Stone. We'll have a corner kick coming, but a great save by Stone on Wagner to keep this tied at 1. So we'll have the corner kick. 0 for 2 so far is Mahtomedi. Graybo will go from the near sideline, the near corner. Slight wind. Ball knocked out of harm's way briefly, bounces right in that goal box. Can be cleared back out this time, as the Zephyrs will get back to it first. It can be sent further along by Tyval. Tyval let Hillstrom get to it. Hillstrom tries to cross it too far. Looking here near sideline as it went past Lozano. Out of bounds. It'll be another Zephyr throw-in. So the Zephyrs have rallied the troops since going down 1-0 and have had the better of play. It's been a very back and forth. The Zephyrs started strong before the Pioneers took and dominated much of the next 15 minutes. The Zephyrs have responded in kind. Onto the far sideline, Wagner in a race for the ball. As it goes out of bounds, Zephyrs will get the throw in. Liv on Drusik is on that back line for Hill Murray trying to defend. Ball sent through, Stone will watch it go past the goal line. Another goal kick upcoming as we've reached the 34th minute of play. So we'll have more Mahtomedi substitutions. Again, if it gets to overtime, 2 periods of sudden death, and then penalty kicks potentially to decide a state tournament participant. As a back line, Mia Jutz take the goal kick. Jutz looking here near sideline. Strong power on that headed ball. A little too strong off of Schindler. It'll be another throw coming here for Tyval. Tyval further. So continue to work up the goal line. Another Mahtomedi throw in. This time Heinz will leave it here as it'll be Moreau. Moreau scored one of the goals in the first matchup between these two. Moreau and Wagner the goal scorers. Heinz now. Cross attempt. Looking back post. Wagner wide open in front. Unable to connect. So try to clear further. Ball. Back and loose. Tyval back to get to it. Oh, not enough on that clearance. The ball cleared away. They'll race to it. This time will be the Zephyrs. Nice job by the Zephyrs to get back defensively as Lozano with the ball. Cleared back out, but this time Lizaway as it hit off of a Zephyr. And Lizaway will have to calm things down. Just not enough on that pass back by Tyval. Gave the Pioneers a dangerous chance. But so far still tied 1-1. Both goals coming in this 28th minute. Claire Cater scored first, then seconds later Lauren Heinz scored for the Zephyrs. A pair of 9s doing damage for their respective clubs. As we continue to play on here, 35th minute of play, we have a whistle on advantage Hill Murray. We'll now have the free kick. This time Jutz will take it for the Pioneers. As everybody moves into the attacking half. Jutz walks up. Kick. Past a couple of heads. Pioneers will hold. looking, trying to clear it further along. See if Hill Murray's able to get to it. It'll be a Pioneer throw-in upcoming. As it leaves up for the throw-in, we have a whistle, Pioneer substitution, as I believe that'll be Cater that comes back in. Williams up for the throw. Waiting for some movement, some help. The defense here stifling for Mahtomedi. Zupfer. Arcing ball. Trying to connect. Doesn't quite do so as it goes back out of harm's way that time as Ellie McCormick will have to send it out. We'll have another throw on that far sideline. Lozano too far as it went off a boot. It'll stay here. Hill Murray possession on the Hill Murray throw. The throw back in. Ahead looking that time. Cater. Cater trying to tie up. Whistle and another throw in coming for Hill Murray. Hill Murray throw. Trying to move in. And we'll have. Looked like offside. I think offside. Oh no, it did go past that goal line, so it'll be a goal kick upcoming here from Mahtomedi. 37th minute. Ball high into the air, looking that time for Heinz. Heinz will get to it off of the header that time by Moreau. Ball back here. Schindler unable to play cleanly. Goes back, Heinz again. Heinz, the through ball unsuccessful as the ball's knocked out past the sideline, and a Mahtomedi throwing it coming. Moreau will take it. Moreau looking for Heinz. Heinz with the goal tonight for the Zephyrs. Heinz trying to work around the defense. Defended well that time. 3 Pioneers have to shadow Lauren Heinz in a one-on-one situation. And why not? With a goal tonight, one of the most talented goal scorers in the state of Minnesota for girls soccer. Heinz with the ball again, trying to cross. Will be a chance too strong. Had some space though, did Abby Graybow. And we'll have a goal kick upcoming for Hill Murray. Or no, they'll say corner kick. Looks like they will say corner kick. And so Mahtomedi, they will get their 4th attempt on it, over 3 so far. Audrey Sexton standing at the near corner. The right-footed kick. Arcing, looking for that back post. Too strong as Broughton will get to it before turning that one over. A little bit too strong on that far sideline as unable to hold it on that far sideline that time. Lainey Padelford. Padelford's throw. Uh-oh, that might have been offside. But a good job to hold up that time. As you hear the Pioneer parents looking for offsides, as it definitely should have been or would have been. But a nice job of holding up. Tangle there, a tie-up, whistle blows, advantage, and a free kick for Mahtomedi. The Pioneers just a little too aggressive on the contact and the holding. As Krista Tyvall will let Erica Broughton take it. 39th minute of play, soon to enter the 40th. Broughton to kick. Looking again for Wagner on that back post, unable to connect. As that time, Lozano will send it back to the back line. A nice clearing attempt that time by Jolie Berry. Sent further along this time by the Pioneers. Berry will have to go back to get to it. Berry trying to defend. She'll send it out of bounds. Here in the 40th minute of this opening half, 1-1. Your score goes by Cater and Heinz, both in the 28th minute. As we'll have the ball this time, will go out of bounds. It'll be a corner here in the last couple of seconds for Hill Murray. 0 for 1 so far. That coming in the first 3 minutes of this half. It'll be Cater to kick from that corner. 20 seconds remaining. As look to create confusion. Cater, right-footed kick. Looking for the back. The ball loose, spinning past the goal line, wide to the left. It'll be a goal kick here in the last couple of seconds for Mahtomedi. Another good chance on the corner for Hill Murray as a horn sounds on the opening half of play. Whew. Let's take a breath. We'll be back for the second half of this one. Pioneers and Zephyrs, 1 goal apiece. Cater in the 28th minute. Heinz in the 28th minute. It's your home for Mahtomedi girls soccer, SEC Sports.
Chiru has no choice. She and millions like her must walk miles every day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom that expands their minds, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses caused by dirty water. At World Vision, care about clean water runs deep. Deep enough to reach one new person with clean water every 10 seconds. Because every child, every person, everywhere deserves clean water and the chance to rise to their full potential. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Thanks for buying a fishing license. I want you to picture all the great things this simple purchase does. Like building public boat ramps, keeping local waters clean, and maintaining a healthy fish population.
What's Mom doing?
When you buy a fishing license, you do a lot. Every dollar protects and maintains your local waterways for future generations to enjoy. Visit takemefishing.org.
The skills you can develop in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your interests in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Gain practical experience with emerging technology and equipment that you can transfer to an exciting new field. Get a head start on your career while serving part-time and earning money to pay for college. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
I'm always the first one up. I'm always up for a challenge. I'll overcome any obstacle. I don't believe in limits. I refuse to be average.
Your score after the first half of play. Pioneers and the Zephyrs in the Section 4A Section Championship game. It was a pair of goals in the 28th minute. Claire Cater scored first from a sharp angle, which gave them the 1-0 lead. However, the response from Lauren Heinz, all but 12 seconds later, also in the 28th minute, evens the game up at 1 as we get set to start the second half of play. The Pioneers will start possession here to open up the second half of play. Whistle blows, and again the ball on the opening kick has to go backwards first, then forward. So we'll come back, we'll do it again, as the official has asked for a stoppage to the clock, and that's exactly what he got. Again, the two teams, the Zephyrs and the Pioneers, playing to a 1-1 tie. They've played each other in the past 3 section championships. Mahtomedi has won 2 of the 3. And overall, Mahtomedi has won 7 of the last 10 meetings. There's 2 ties, or 2 losses and 1 tie in there for the Zephyrs as well. As the Pioneers looking to regain possession. Ball sent further along. That time is cleared out of the way by Rachel McCleary. As the two teams switch sides, wind not favoring one side over the other here in this Hill Murray Stadium, Higgins Memorial Field. As ball turned over, Zephyrs trying to get a chance. Here's Wagner. Wagner will spin, take a shot. Ooh, just off the foot. Nice play. As it can be sent further along now. Back to it this time. Ellie McCormick. McCormick trying to tie up, looking a little bit further for Sexton as it goes back into the Pioneer back line. 1-1 to score. Here in the second half of play, if it gets to overtime, there'll be 2 overtime halves. Sudden death and then a penalty kick shootout, which is a shame with the way these two teams are playing that it would proceed to penalty kicks, but that's the rule of the game. And so if we get there, that's what we'll have. So Pioneers looking to apply pressure to Mahtomedi. This ball sent further along. Zephyrs trying to regain possession. But a nice job by the Pioneers to regain. On the near side, looking for Cater. Cater, the goal scorer for Hill Murray. So trying to get the give and go as the ball back, looking for Schindler, middle of the field. Cater gets it back again. Sent further along. A nice headed play that time as Ella Runyon on the near sideline. Cater high into the air, looking to cross. Not defended well that time by Mahtomedi as they'll try to clear out. Ball will roll past the goal line and we'll have a corner upcoming for Hill Murray. Hill Murray 0 for 2 in the first half. This is the first attempt for either team in the second here in the 42nd minute of play. As Cater will go to take it far corner. Bunch of 3 right at the penalty kick area. As Cater lines up, trying to arc it in, looking too strong. Goes back out of bounds and a turnover there as the Zephyrs try to clear it back out. Luger has to go off of the Zephyrs back line as that was McCormick defending. It'll be another corner upcoming for the Pioneers. One of my keys to the game before this one even started was how effective teams would be on their specialty pieces, the free kicks and the corners. Both teams scoreless on them, but it was really a free kick that allowed the Zephyrs to get their goal, or the Pioneers rather, excuse me. Ball sent in, tried to get headed in. So the ball goes back out. The Pioneers with a strong start to the second half of play. The cross from Cater too far. I was looking for Jutz on the far side. Goes out of bounds and a goal kick upcoming as Broughton will take it. We'll settle back down. Liz away, perhaps one of the stars of the game for both sides. She had a spectacular diving save about halfway through the opening half that took a chance away from Hill Murray as they, for the most part, have been the better of the two teams so far. But the Zephyrs with a chance to have something to say about that. Heinz to the ball. Heinz, the goal scorer for Mahtomedi, tries to center a ball in front, and this time the goaltender, who has opted for a orange vest of some kind. Perhaps the officials ruled that the teal and green was too similar, but it's the senior goaltender, number 33, Sydney Stone, in net still. Corner kick attempt, or not a corner kick attempt for the corner. Goes past the goal line. Will be another goal kick here for Hill Murray. This will be Mia Jutz to go back to take it. Again, really good chance there. About 40 yards out as you saw just a nice kick looking for that top corner. Well, just missed wide to the left. And when you have that much space, as both teams have been able to create space tonight, you certainly have to take that shot when it's there. As this time the ball goes off of Zupfer and it'll be a throw in upcoming here. McCormick looking for some help. McCormick again going near sideline, looking for Wagner. Wagner turns it over to Zupfer and the Pioneers able to clear back out. Going to the back line, Broughton trying to evade the pressure, and a good job on that back line by Handke to send that ball back into the attacking half for the Zephyrs. Sexton trying to chip it further for Wagner. Wagner strode up over the crossbar. Oh, that could have been a good chance for Wagner, who had a goal in the regular season matchup between these two schools. As that ball seemed to just wait for her perfectly, just bouncing so softly, and Stone didn't know what to do. And so Wagner just chipped it over the goal. There'll be a goal kick here coming for the Hill Murray Pioneers. Jutz looking for a line drive here near side, looking for Schindler off of her head. As it goes back here this time, Runyon tried to play it, but Sexton intercepts. Pioneers intercept again this time. So trying to clear it back the other way. Intercepted there by Mahtomedi. Great play right at the middle of the field. And Sexton will send it back. As this time Handke will play. Looking here on the near sideline for Broughton. Broughton, a little too strong as the pass was intended for Stockness. Almost ran into our camera there on the near sideline. We'll have a throw in here for the Pioneers upcoming. 34 minutes remaining in this second half of play. There's a ball intercepted this time. Heinz trying to go back to go ahead. Heinz, challenged nicely by the Pioneers. An excellent challenge that time by Carolyn Connors. Looking for the center. The Sexton will have to send it back. And going back to play at that time, Lucy Zupfer on the far sideline. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a Pioneer throw-in upcoming. As we draw close to our fall season, we'll have a couple of football games left to cover, perhaps a volleyball section championship as well. Before the winter season starts, we have a lot of basketball, a lot of hockey due up. Certainly hope to share the winter sports season with you. It'll be an exciting time here for what will become our terrific 3 schools. The ball can be played on that far sideline further, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Pioneer throw-in. Upcoming here in the 37th minute of play, or not the 37th, 47th rather, excuse me. The ball thrown in, intercepted this time by the Zephyrs as they look to create an offensive chance. Ball comes here near sideline, looking for Wagner. Wagner trying to gain the angle, or that's not Wagner, rather that's McCormick with the ball. Goes past the goal line. It'll be another goal kick upcoming here for Hill Murray, and Jutz will take it. So Jutz on the kick. As both goaltenders have been excellent. Stone for the Pioneers, Liz away for the Zephyrs. As a wind now blowing slightly from right to left across your screen. Sent further in now, Sexton trying to work through. Nice through ball looking on that far sideline, a little too far for the intended receiver there. We'll have another throw-in upcoming for the Pioneers. Here in the 32:06 remaining in the second half of play. Again, apologize that our score clock has gone down with the time. We can't see that, but we'll continue to update it as it progresses. Closer and closer to that 80th minute. Ooh, dangerous shot. Ooh, nice save by Stone off the foot of a Zephyr. They've been trying to go top corner or top of the net all night on Stone, but that time she's able to get up and make that save. Here's Schindler now for the Pioneers. Schindler chipped further ahead, looking for Cater again. Oh, Cater forces the Zephyr down. Cater spinning shot pass to the left of Lizaway, and it'll be a goal kick upcoming for Mahtomedi. Claire Cater, the goal scorer for Hill Murray, with a nice job to force the ball off of Michaela Stockness and create a scoring chance for Hill Murray. As again, you see there, Stockness just fell down really, due to how excellent Claire Cater's maneuvering was. So it'll be a goal kick upcoming here again. 30:58 remaining, second half of play. The ball goes back on the far sideline. It should be another Hill Murray throw, and it will be. As we've reached the 50th minute of play. 2 halves of 40 minutes for a total of 80. Ball on the far sideline. Can be sent further along as they'll tie up again. The physicality still ramping up between these two teams. Rivals in the Metro East, rivals in the regular and the postseason, especially on the girls' soccer side. Ball back here through center of the pitch. Looking for Schindler. Schindler, a through ball. We'll see who gets to it first. Pioneers are able to do so. Ooh, a nice job of slowing up there, trying to create a chance. It's tied up again. There we have a whistle advantage, Mahtomedi. So the whistle blows, and really that could have gone either way, I think. The lead official says Mahtomedi ball. As that was Ella Runyon with a nice job of slowing up, and so Broughton will take the kick. Broughton, a line drive, clearing much of the field. So it's intercepted by the Pioneers again. Pass the challenge that time, Schindler. As Sexton trying to play it now for Mahtomedi. Roll past that far sideline. Heinz giving pressure on the back line of the Pioneers. Here with 29:30 and counting remaining the second half. 1-1 the score. It was Cater in the 28th minute, and then Heinz in the 28th minute, 12 seconds apart. Try to play it further now, working on that far sideline. We'll have another ball out of bounds and a Pioneer throw in this time. Pioneers are 0 for 4 on corner kicks tonight. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Zephyrs 0 for 3 on corner kicks. And now a chance here for Mahtomedi as they'll have to try to rush back to defend. Excellent job there to box out the defense. And a great job there by Lindsay Hankey to defend, but the Pioneers will regain possession. Now a rush now for Hill Murray as Runyon trying to work her way in. Pioneer fell. As it goes all the way back into the back line. Now Kate Olson will send it back to the defense here as Cecilia Bart will have to play it. Again, that back line of Bart, Warden, and Jutz has been pretty good tonight. And this time Lizaway is able to play the ball. Here with 28 minutes and counting remaining in the second half of play. Ball bouncing overhead. Heinz trying to play it, pestered by a couple of Pioneers. Heinz will try to go back. Spinning attempt, looking far sideline to move it further along for Rachel McCleary. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another Pioneer throw-in. We'll have a whistle. No substitutions yet in this second half. The throw-in coming here for the Pioneers. So try to work that far side. Defended well. Runyon will get to the ball. Runyon cutting it back. Looking to create separation. Tried to move further for Schindler. Ball out of bounds again. Another Pioneer throw coming. As the two student sections appear to be playing Marco Polo with each other. The Pioneer section small in comparison to the Zephyr contingent here in Maplewood tonight. So cut back will be the Pioneers looking to move further ahead. Jutz will cut it back. As again, it'll be Schindler and Runyon further along. Zephyrs, collision there. Forces the turnover and the ball going back the other way, out of bounds. We have a whistle. And the free, it'll be a throw in here for Mahtomedi, or not for Mahtomedi, for Hill Murray rather. As the Zephyrs and the Pioneers going very back and forth, two evenly matched teams. Again, the teams ranked number 1 and number 2 in the coaches poll, with Mahtomedi at 1, Hill Murray at 2. In the section, they were ranked Mahtomedi number 2, Hill Murray number 1. And based on MinnesotaScores.net and their QRF ranking, it was in the state Class A. It was Hill Murray 1, Mahtomedi 3. So the two teams very close in competition. Some people might consider this a state championship tonight, as both teams certainly would be heavily favored if they advance to the state tournament, just due to the quality of the play with Mahtomedi, the familiarity, and with Hill Murray, just the skill that they've shown throughout the entire year. Physical play. We have a whistle. Will be a free kick here coming for the Pioneers, and that's been the MO tonight for both teams, is be physical, be on the ball, be aggressive. And that may have been just a little too aggressive that time for the Zephyrs, as Jutz will take the free kick from about 40 yards out. Jutz up to the ball. Everybody going back corner as they were trying to rush for the ball. Where is it? There it is now. It's cleared back out. Tried to chip it on goal that time. Were a couple of Pioneers, but unsuccessful, as the Zephyrs will run back the other way. So go back to the far back line here. Bart to play it. Bart will have it go out of bounds off of one of the Zephyrs. It'll be a throw-in upcoming. 25-13 and counting in the second half. 1-1 the score. 4 Zephyr substitutions awaiting. And if it does not get, if no team has a lead after regulation, it will be a sudden death, 2 overtime halves. If a team scores, they'll be headed to state. Really, based on how soccer goes, you'd say that the next team to score wins it, but with how fast the Zephyrs responded to the Pioneer goal, might be a little quick to say that. Either way, ball back in play this time as the Zephyrs will regain possession. Far sideline, Jenna Idle. Idle trying to move it further. She'll clear it back to center where the Zephyrs can reset, going back to that back line for Broughton. Broughton turns it over, but quickly to it that time. Well, a nice effort by Rachel McCleary to let the defense set up. Throw in quickly coming here this time as Connors able to send it further. Oh, and a chance here, a good rush, but excellent job by Broughton to try to close out. Looking here near sideline. The chance for Cater. Cater lost it. Ooh, right-footed kick, a little high. But this one, Lizaway able to get to as the Zephyrs were coming in looking to take that chance away. And an excellent job that time by the Zephyrs to take that and turn it into nothing. Ball back into the sideline. Bart sent further along that time for Kate Olson. So tie up there on the far side, looking to rush back line play. So it goes out of bounds. This time we'll have a Zephyr throw in. Zephyr throw coming. Nice play there. Whistle blows. It'll be out of bounds. As she touched that far sideline, it'll be another Mahtomedi throw, or Hill Murray throw in, excuse me. 23-22 and counting, second half. The ball back in play. Zephyrs will have to go back to get it. They will let Stone play it out of the goal box. And wise decision to do so, as the Zephyrs had a player there. It was Audrey Berry looking to score. It's been an excellent contest here tonight. A shame that it would have to go to penalty kicks if it remains time, but the Zephyrs have to rush back to defend. Looking for a chance in front, spinning, trying to move that ball further along. Cater unable to do so as the ball goes back. Good challenge that time by McCormick. As unsuccessful rather as McCleary doing the good job there of challenging that shot, and this time Idle trying to move the ball further along, but it will go back to that far corner right in front of the Zephyr bench. Looking further as the Zephyrs will send it back into their attacking half. Just off the foot, looking for Idle that time was Jolie Berry. As it appears the Zephyrs are trying to switch up their formation a little bit. As really the players on both sides have had strong games, looking for some advantage. What the team's trying to do here tonight. Sexton trying to work around the defense, unable to do so. Whistle blows, and it'll be a free kick that time. As unsuccessful on the attempt was Sexton. Have a free kick coming here from 50 yards out. It will be Broughton to take it. Broughton, a line drive, looking to connect that time before the Pioneers able to get there, and Cecilia Bart. Ball out of bounds. And again, we'll have another Pioneer throw in, 21:31 remaining in the second half of play and regulation. 1-1 the score. We'll have substitutions coming in from both sides. Waiting for the throw in from the Pioneers on that far side. Can be played further that time. Trying to get there that time was Audrey Berry, unsuccessful. This ball takes an odd bounce, goes out of bounds, and will be a Pioneer throw in again. As Hill Murray will throw from that far sideline. Goes off of one of the feet of one of the two sides. We'll see which way it goes. And it will be a goal kick upcoming for the Pioneers. And Mia Jutz will take it. Almost halfway home now in the second half of play. Jutz waiting for the offense to set up as a line drive kick. Will be fielded first that time by Sexton of the Zephyrs. Audrey Berry trying to work around the Pioneer defense, able to do so. Berry with help pushes it under the far sideline that time. And she got it further that time for Ellie McCormick. Ellie McCormick loses it though to Schindler. Schindler on a rush has the advantage, and a nice through ball that time for Runyon. Runyon looking to work her way around the Zephyr defense. Unable to do so, she stood up right at the line. So got back. Cross that time for Schindler. Schindler has a player wide open near sideline. Finally, they recognize it as Connors. Connors, through ball for Cater. Fans with their feet, saved by Lizaway. The fans rising to their feet on the Claire Cater shot, as she had plenty of space to choose from, but Megan Lizaway says no, and it'll be a Pioneer corner. Cater. Through ball looking back post. This time they'll set up. Lizaway able to knock it down. And an excellent job again by the senior netminder to turn that chance away. Lizaway will simply boot it. Near sideline looking for Berry, but too strong. Goes back into that back part of the field where Bart will have to play it. Goes further back before going back, and they'll continue to play with the ball right in the center of the field. The midfield play has been excellent tonight too, but at times there have been lapses. It's just like right there of a ball that goes off of one of the Pioneer defenders. It'll be a throw-in this time coming for Mahtomedi. 18:38 and counting. Second half, 1-1 the score. Alex Westhead here from Higgins Memorial Field, the home of the Hill Murray Pioneers. As we'll have that throw coming. Near sideline, trying to work in her way. Lauren Heinch. Heinch taken down, but the ball went across the back goal line. And it'll be a goal kick this time for Hill Murray. So we'll have the kick coming for Hill Murray. Juts to take it again. An excellent match between two evenly aligned teams, Metro East rivals. Played each other regularly. We mentioned multiple times tonight, Mahtomedi 7-2-1 in the last 10 matchups between the two schools. Over the last 3 times these teams have met in the section championship, the Zephyrs have been 2 out of 3 in those chances. As the last time Hill Murray defeated, well, the last time Hill Murray went to state in girls soccer came in 2016 in the section championship with a 1-0 victory. The two teams tied at 1-1. In fact, in the last 10 matchups, the losing team has only scored a goal twice. So the defense has been stout. We have a whistle as the player tried to play it too far, and it'll go back. This time where Cecilia Bart will throw in. Bart's throw. Looking further that time for Connors. They'll swing out to the far side. Trying to work it further away. Nice job defensively there by Mackenzie Moreau for the Zephyrs. They'll have to defend a Hill Murray rush, and players collide. The ball goes out of bounds. Should be a Pioneer throw. Of the Pioneer throw past everybody. Broughton, ooh, dangerous there. But it went off one of the Pioneers, so it would have been a goal kick regardless. I believe that hit the head that time of Runyon for the Pioneers. She's trying to catch her breath. Meanwhile, back in play. Good challenge that time by Bart. But Wagner trying to play aggressively, as was one of the Zephyrs, is Abby Graybo. They'll try to keep it alive this time. Wagner scored a goal in the regular season matchup between these schools. Moreau scored as well. Can be sent further along now. Wagner waiting for play. Ooh, physical play there. This goes back. Broughton playing up from the back line. Comes back here near sideline. Padelford. They'll swing. It can be gotten further for McCleary. McCleary working back into that far sideline. Chip play looking for Heinch. Heinch with a chance, but it's knocked out of the way. It'll be a throw, and upcoming here for Mahtomedi. 15:43 and counting in the second half. This time we'll have the throw coming. A little quick play this time. As the ball goes into the back line and the back half for Mahtomedi, it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw, and upcoming here for Ella Runyon. This will take several steps up the field. Now we'll get the throw in. Mahtomedi, the Metro East champion this year, only half a game up over the Hill Murray Pioneers. And the only team that Hill Murray lost to in their last 12 was, in fact, these Mahtomedi Zephyrs, as we've talked about time and time again tonight. The ball sent through, smothered up that time by Lizaway. The other loss for Hill Murray came back on August 22nd, a 2-1 final at Prior Lake, and a Prior Lake team that is unranked in Class 2A. So that's the only real blemish. 2 losses for the Zephyrs on the year, once at White Bear Lake and one at home to Creek Durham Hall. 2 Class 2A schools. Through ball looking for Runyon, but unsuccessful on that chance. Claire Cater had Runyon beat. And if a foot got on that ball, that could have been an easy tip-in for the Pioneers. We'll have some substitutions as the Zephyrs will switch out. There's one player, Lauren Heinch, who had to tie her cleats, it looked like. Meanwhile, ball resumed action here. As the ball goes over the sideline, we'll have a Hill Murray throw in upcoming. Ball on the far sideline again. Turnover, Pioneers trying to work their way to the net. Ball goes wide to the right of the net, and it'll be a goal kick again for Mahtomedi. For the head coach of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, Dave Wald, who certainly has done an excellent job with this program. Again, back-to-back state tournament victories, really dominant efforts. They've beaten, I believe I heard, Orono each time in the past 2 years. Both 18 and 19. Or not 18 and 19, 17 and 18, excuse me. As the ball sent back in, the Pioneers can play it in the defensive half. So trying to go up on the far side, it rolls out of bounds and can be played that time by Tyval. We'll have more substitutions upcoming here, 12:56 and counting, second half. As we work closer and closer to overtime. We hope that you've been enjoying this one on Suburban Community Channels. Unfortunately, due to Minnesota State High School League rules, it does have to be tape delayed, but we hope to see you for some live broadcasts as the winter sports season gets underway. As we have a threat here, this time for the Zephyrs, but the ball goes back into center before it's worked again to that far sideline as a tie up 2-on-2 aside. Again, the aggressive play working in favor of both sides tonight as the ball goes out of bounds. Other Zephyr sports, I believe the Zephyr football team will host a section playoff game in the 4-5A playoffs. That'll be on the 25th of October as they'll host the North Polars. I believe the boys' soccer season is done as they fell to St. Croix Prep recently in section play. So a disappointing end to the season for the Zephyr soccer team. And we'll have a throw in for the Zephyrs again, far sideline. Sexton trying to chip the ball further along now, but Cater able to get to it for the Pioneers. Through ball defended well that time by Broughton. And a good challenge that time by Justice send it further. Sexton again. Got a little bit further that time for Graybo. We have a whistle, a handball ruled. And we advantage Hill Murray. Be a free kick for Hill Murray in the 69th minute. And we mentioned a long while ago, both of these teams excellent defensively. Zephyrs yielding only 0.69 goals a game. The Pioneers yielding only 0.65 goals per game. And the back line of the Zephyrs strong again on that time as Waltzberger will send it further. Chipped further along now as Mahtomedi will have to send it through. Ball going through the back line. Look at the speed that time by Heinz. Heinz with a chance. Good save. That time by the goaltender, Sidney Stone, on the run by Lauren Heinz. And just the speed of the senior to get past 3 Hill Murray defenders and send that shot on goal. Not a whole lot she could have done with it, but still, pretty good save that time for Sidney Stone. This time a through ball. Claire Cater with a chance. Cater has to stay on side, and the back line of the Zephyrs know that. They're able to get to it. They'll send it out of bounds, and this time it can be played again. Cater. We'll have to work through it. That's Runyon. Oh, and it's cleared out of bounds again that time by the Zephyrs. We'll have another throw coming here. Runyon waiting for throw, looking for Cater. Ball goes back. Broughton will send it further along before the Pioneers able to get back to it. Kate Olsen had it. Shot went wide to the left. We'll have another ball out of bounds and a goal kick upcoming this time for Mahtomedi. 9:33 and counting remaining as we've reached the 71st minute of play. The only 2 goals came both in the 28th minute, 12 seconds apart. Claire Cater for Hill Murray and Lauren Heinz for your Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And the goal kick served that time by Broughton. It goes back into the center, can be played further up into the air, and they'll Chip it again. An excellent play from both of these two teams tonight. So look for Cater, too strong though. On the pass as it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Mahtomedi throw-in. This time as Padelford can take it. Padelford will have to take a couple of steps back under the discretion of the officials. Padelford's throw that time goes off of a Pioneer. We send further now. Defensive lap this time for the Zephyrs. Cater sends it across and almost off the foot of Michaela Stockness and into her own goal. And so a lucky break that time for Mahtomedi as Cater caught napping and then just the foot, dangerous positioning as Stockness sent it over the goal and not into it. There was a lot of net available, and that could have been disastrous for the Zephyrs. Either way, another corner. 0 for 4 so far are the Pioneers. Header chance in front. Ball still in the box. As the Pioneers will maintain possession. They'll send it further back now. Shot on Bart, too high over the net. We'll have another goal kick coming for Mahtomedi. 7:48 and counting here, second half of play. And we do want to apologize about that clock bug. The top of our score bug there. Had some technical issues with it. As Broughton's kick from the goal box can be played further by Sexton. Looking further this time for Heinz. Heinz trying to go through ball for Wagner. Wagner's going to have an open look. Wagner working in, slowing down. Score! Anna Wagner, 2-1 Zephyrs. Well, you talk about that ball coming out of the defensive half. And Broughton moved it further for Heinz, and then just enough on the ball to send it further along. And Anna Wagner really had any choice of what she wanted to do. She waited out the goaltender as soon as she saw Sid Stone drop. She was able to chip that up and over. And so the senior, Anna Wagner, looks as though she'll be sending the Zephyrs potentially to their third straight state championship. They'll have a throw in here coming for Hill Murray as the Pioneers are not going to go away quietly as they trail now 2-1 as it's the Wagner goal in the 73rd minute, giving the Zephyrs the 2-1 lead. We'll have a goal kick upcoming here. This will be Broughton to take it. Again, the Zephyrs can wind the clock down as much as they want. 6:33 and counting remaining. That's Broughton's goal kick. Into the center of the field. Sent further along as they'll try to spring Wagner again. Further through now. It's up for the Zephyrs to play well defensively. The ball will go into the corner. Cater trying to get to it, but it's headed out of the way on a nice defensive play that time by Padelford. A throw-in coming here again for the Pioneers. Cater, the throw-in. That time Runyon trying to do something with it. Ball goes over the goal line. It'll be a corner kick here for the Pioneers. They're 0 for 5 now. If they want to even this game up here with 5 minutes remaining, they'll have to convert here on this corner. It's Cater to serve it. Expect everybody to go for the back post. Cater, line drive, kick, header, score! The Pioneers tie it up! After going 1 for 5, the header for Hill Murray's number 21, Catherine Schindler, ties this game at 2 here in the 75th minute. And we have been absolutely spoiled tonight with a fantastic soccer match that just will not end between these two schools. As the ball goes out past the goal line, it'll be a goal kick upcoming this time for Hill Murray. 5 minutes exactly remaining in regulation time. We were tied at 1 through the first half. Then a goal in the 73rd minute by Anna Wagner gave the Zephyrs a 2-1 lead before the Pioneers responded off the corner in the 75th, as it was Catherine Schindler who tied it up. Moreau avoids a tackle. We have a whistle. Advantage Mahtomedi as they'll get a free kick off of this. The Zephyrs will approach. It's a strong leg of Broughton. As we've seen, she can really kick the ball really far, and she'll be right now about 43 yards out. Broughton approaching the free kick, arcing way too strong on that one. It hits the crossbar, or it hits the upright, rather, the field goal post. We'll have another goal kick upcoming here for Hill Murray. So we've reached 4 minutes remaining, the start of the 77th minute of play. And this time it'll be Jutz to do the goal kick once again. Jutz. Ball battled for Sexton, tried to play it for Mahtomedi. So it goes back here in the near sideline, chipped further ahead. And the two goal scorers for Mahtomedi tonight, Heinz and Wagner, in that striker position. Whistle blows. Advantage for the Pioneers as they'll get a free kick. Again, the aggressiveness to both sides tonight has been beneficial in some ways and has hurt them in others. It's a line drive that time off the foot of Heinz as Wagner trying to get in position to play that ball further, but unable to do so as the Pioneers will have a chance here near sideline. So they look to get it to Cater. Cater trying to chip it ahead, taken down. Now Runyon. Runyon trying to go a through ball that time for Cater, out of bounds. It'll be a throw in this time for Mahtomedi here. 2:54 and counting remaining in regulation. Headed that time by Cater. Most recent goal scorer Schindler for Cater. Again, high into the air. Runyon let it bounce before chipping in further ahead. Broughton, nice play to flip that one back out of harm's way. And a chance now for the Pioneers now is Connors racing forward, and the Pioneers looking to have a chance here in the last couple of minutes. That time sent out of bounds. Nice decision and good awareness that time by Lindsay Handke to make sure that it went out of bounds and not over the goal line for that corner. An excellent play by the senior defender. As we'll have another throw in this time from Zupfer. Zupfer's shot went wide to the left. We'll have another goal kick upcoming as we approach the 79th minute of play in this one. Broughton will do the goal kick once again. Broughton's goal kick, a line drive, headed further right, square off the forehead. It goes back into Mahtomedi territory. Handke playing defense to try to box out, ball out of bounds. And a throw in for the Zephyrs. It's tied up, rolls over that goal line. It'll be another throw in here for Mahtomedi, or for Hill Murray rather. It's the Pioneer throwing. Goes right into the middle. Again, the aggressiveness here between these two schools. We'll wait for the play there. Again, a double team from the Zephyrs negates that chance. Kicked out of bounds. Minute 12 remaining here, second half. 2-2 the score. If it's tied at regulation, we head to 2 overtimes of sudden death soccer. And if still after those 2 halves, we go to penalty kicks. And as I mentioned before, a shame with how this one's been played tonight that it would have to proceed to that. As Liza Ways, kick bouncing high into the air. Wagner, little touch pass, looking to spring Heinz, but unable to do so. And a good clearance that time by the Pioneers, Cecilia Barth. Cater tied up as it goes back here to the center of the pitch. Broughton will send the shot on. Well, we have to gotten to that time by Stone, and she'll get to it. 27 seconds remaining in this regulation time. As we are through almost 80 minutes of soccer, deadlocked at 2-2. And the ball out of bounds. We'll have another Mahtomedi throw in here. Last chance for the Zephyrs in regulation as they have 10 seconds remaining. This ball sent through. Can be gotten to that time. Sent back out of bounds. That should just about do it here for regulation as the ball comes back in. Last chance. Sexton winds and fires, but the shot wide anyway. And at the end of the second half, 80 minutes gone, and yet we need more. Mahtomedi 2, Hill Murray 2. This is your home for Zephyr Girls Soccer on SEC Sports.
Hi, I'm Ice-T. As a veteran, I know that for many former servicemen and women, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. Every day, 184 veterans are diagnosed with post-traumatic stress, and sadly, 20 take their own lives. When nothing else helps, professionally trained service dogs can. American Humane, serving the U.S. military for over 100 years, rescues animals in need of forever homes and trains them to become free, life-saving service dogs for our nation's veterans. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back, everybody, to Higgins Memorial Field, Mary Queen of Victory Stadium in the Section 4A final. It's Hill Murray 2, Mahtomedi 2, and if you're just joining us, you have missed one of the best soccer games I think anyone in attendance has ever seen. The goal scoring so far was a pair of goals in the first half, scored in the 28th minute. Claire Cater first, and Lauren Heinch with the response almost 12 seconds later. And we ended the first half tied at 1. Meanwhile, the last 10 minutes of the second half, absolute insanity. In the 73rd minute, Anna Wagner with a little chip shot goal that gave them a real good chance and a score to give the Zephyrs a 2-1 lead. And then the Pioneers respond on the corner kick in the 75th minute as Catherine Schindler, the senior midfielder, with the header to tie us at 2 and send us to overtime. Overtime works like this: 2 halves of 10 minutes. In the regular season, it would be you'd play the duration of it. In the playoffs, next goal wins. If the ball go out of bounds, it'll be, looks like a throw-in is ruled here. As Zephyr will throw. 2 teams have switched sides now, so the Zephyrs will move from left to right across your screen. Good spinning move that time by Schindler. Schindler trying to move that ball through as it's intercepted here by Wagner. Wagner lost it though, as the Pioneers will try to return it. Oh, a nice deke that time there by Connors. See Zephyrs trying to defend. Ball goes all the way back. Chance for Geese. A little bit too strong now. The Zephyrs will have to send it back into their defending half. If after the 2 overtime halves we're still tied, we'll go to penalty kicks. It has happened before, but it would not do these 2 teams justice for the effort and the quality of play that we have seen here tonight. Sexton for the Zephyrs, trying to work her way around the defense. Another through ball attempted, but it's cleared by Zephyr. Back through to center, sent further along now as Heinch and Wagner trying to assert pressure. Broughton, excuse me. This ball into the air. The whistle blows. Over and back is called. No, it will be offside. It will be offside call. With 8:17 and counting in this first overtime, the two teams would switch possession, or switch halves, again in between those two overtimes. No delay, no stoppage between them, I believe. Just a flip side and get things going again. As we'll have a free kick this time for Hill Murray. Again, we want to thank our camera operators and our volunteers for working this one tonight, braving the cold Minnesotan fall. The press box here at Hill Murray is a little raggedy, and the ladder to get upstairs can be an adventure one way or the other. So we certainly thank them for being here and their efforts here tonight. As we'll have a Zephyr throw in here on the far sideline. This ball can be sent further, looking for Wagner. So blows, it'll be a throw in here upcoming for Hill Murray. Cecilia Bart had the ball to throw in. This ball goes off the feet of one of the Zephyrs. Can be sent further along this time. As Sexton will try to clear it far side, looking for Wagner. Wagner trying to play defense before being knocked off the ball. She held it in there nicely. A whistle blows, and it'll be an advantage. And a free kick coming for Mahtomedi. A conversation between the defender Cecilia Bart and the head official here. It's been very physical throughout the 80 minutes of regulation, and it seems that it has spilled over into the first overtime half. So we'll have a free kick coming on that far side. Sexton to take it. Sexton's kick, looking for the goal. Stone, a nice jump to come out and challenge that time for the Pioneers. As the ball goes back, Broughton knocks it down before it can be cleared out this time by the Pioneers. So send it further. It's taken down that time. The Pioneer fans want it, and they'll get it. Because that's certainly the call, as they seem to have tightened things up here in the overtime. As the Jets will take the free kick for Hill Murray. Jets' kick, line drive with some top spin. Goes back where Sexton tried to play. Just gotten further along now. Let's go back far sideline. To work back in. Cater, she scored one from that angle earlier tonight. She's unable to do so this time as Heinz challenged aggressively and a little bit too strongly, and the whistle blows. There'll be a free kick allowed here. Broughton has been taking them much of the night. It looks as it won't be Broughton, rather Tyval tonight. This time to take the free kick. It goes back here, spinning chance now. Stockness. Stockness shot through. Wide to the right, can't be fielded. Here as we're almost halfway done with this first overtime. 5:24 and counting. 2-2 the score. Next goal wins. Whatever that goal, if it comes, may come. Ooh, and a kick there. And well, the Hill Murray family and the fans don't like that one, as it seems as though Ella Runyon may have been kicked in the stomach, but she's still down. And the Hill Murray fans arguing and laboring for that call, as this time Luger will send it out of bounds. And now the whistle, and the official asks for the stoppage of the clock. And Runyon now on her feet. And that's one of the dangers of soccer. I didn't quite see how it looked, but she grabbed her stomach almost immediately, appearing as though she had been kicked. And so the athletic trainer and the coaches will come out to take a look. Head coach Simbo Ndaye for the Hill Murray Pioneers out to take a look at Ella Runyon, the sophomore forward, who's been all over the ball on the offensive side tonight. Have a brief stoppage here, 4:51 remaining in the first overtime. As a ball out of bounds, it'll be a Mahtomedi throw in right about midfield. Looks as though Runyon will have to leave the field. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like they need to have a substitution. No, they're good. Never mind. Okay, I apologize for that. I'm sure you're not tuning in to listen to me count. By the way, we'll have a throw in on the near sideline. Stockness will throw in for the Zephyrs as the clock winds. This time the through ball, a little bit too strong as it was looking for Heinz again. Ball comes back, Sexton, a nice individual play. Audrey Sexton looking for that cross, defended well, but they have to clear it out of harm's way. Unable to do so. Sexton takes the line drive shot. Good! Sprawling save that time by Sydney Stone. Megan Lizaway had a chance like that in the first half. It was time for Stone to have one of her own. But she had to sprawl to her right there. Not enough on that clearance. A nice sprawling save. I don't know if it would have hit the post or not, but Stone able to sprawl over to make that save. Keep this one tied at 2. Now rush now for Hill Murray. They're working in, looking for Luger. Luger trying to work her way back in. She's tackled there. Whistle blows, and we have a play, an advantage, and a free kick coming from Mahtomedi. The Zephyr fans, the students, showing up in force right here on the left side of the bleachers at Hill Murray. So we'll have a free kick this time, Broughton to take with 3:40 and counting remaining in this first overtime of play. Ball forwarded further along now, Sexton. Sexton looking further for Moreau. This time the ball will roll out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in upcoming for the Pioneers. Be thrown in this time by Zupfer. A bit too far. Well, good challenge that time, but physical by Jolie Berry. Ball out of bounds again. It'll be a Mahtomedi throw-in upcoming. As it'll be Stockness to throw. We'll see some Zephyr players warming up, getting loose on that far sideline. It's been the best 11 since about the 60th minute. But eventually fatigue may be setting in. Broughton, far ball looking for Audrey Berry. Unable to get to it though. It's held in play that time. As McCormick able to send it. Chance now, Sexton. Ooh, off the crossbar. A chance now. Oh, what a save that time by Stone as Lauren Heinz coming on, trying to end it. That was Ellie McCormick from way far out with the shot that went off the crossbar on the shot that could have sent these efforts to state. And then Lauren Heinz in the follow-up sent it right into the chest of goalkeeper Sydney Stone. And Stone stoned him. So with 2 minutes remaining in the first overtime, we're still tied at 2. As the Pioneers will have a throw-in on that far sideline. Bart throwing in far side. So look to keep it alive now as they'll tie up their advantage. Mahtomedi. I'm sure both teams getting frustrated that no cards have been called tonight, as the physicality has been there, almost too much. So we'll have a free kick coming here from Mahtomedi right about midfield. Broughton's kick. It's a line drive. Looks to get headed further along now. Let's go across the goal line. It'll be a goal kick upcoming. We have a minute remaining here in the first overtime. It'll be Judds to take the goal kick again. Judds' kick goes off the head of the Zephyrs. Can be sent further along. Bounces out of bounds and another Hill Murray throw-in. So take a couple of steps trying to move that ball further up ahead. Can be gotten to here now by Cater before turning it over to Moreau. Moreau sends it back into the attacking half as a Pioneer back line trying to get to it. Zupfer looking to send it further, but a nice play that time by the Zephyrs as they're able to get to it. Moreau has it poked off of her foot. Can be cleared away now. Trying to work around. Nice individual effort that time. Unsuccessful though by Catherine Schindler. Nice through ball looking Audrey Berry. Berry inside, 22 seconds remaining, working her way back into the slot, and a nice defensive play. Ball still alive though. And the ball can be sent further along, but the Zephyrs looking to send a shot on. It'll go wide to the right in here with 10 seconds remaining in the first overtime. I'm sure Stone content to hold on to it. In a first overtime period, really dominated by Mahtomedi as they've had the better of the chances, but as the horn sounds to end this first overtime, the two teams will switch sides. We won't have a chance to break, I believe, as the second overtime will start almost immediately as you see the Two sides quickly working their way back to the ball. 2-2 the score here as we start the second overtime. Again, to recap the scoring, Claire Cater scored first in the 28th minute. Then Lauren Heinz responded in that same 28th minute. Then the Zephyrs scored in the 73rd by Anna Wagner. And it looked as though they were headed to state again. There's a woman holding up her baby in front of the press box. And then also, it was Catherine Schindler in the 75th on the corner and the header. As we have started again here the second overtime. If it remains tied at the end of this, we will be headed to penalty kicks. As they'll work their way in. Chance. Ooh, nice defense there by the Pioneers. As we go back out. Long shot on. Save that time by Stone, and she's able to get to it before it crossed the goal line. And she'll be able to take her time. Stone sends the ball high into the air. Gotten further. Looking to head, nice defensive play that time. As the Zephyrs will have to play defense. Runyon, as the official's flag goes up. And as offside was the call. Really a fantastic match. We're glad that you've joined us here on SEC to watch it. Between these two schools, Metro East rivals, ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state. The middle official had his arm up, but he has put it down since. So battle for the ball. Physicality reigns. Wagner tripped up. This should be a penalty shot, and it will be. As Wagner tripped up on her way to the net. And we'll wait to see here as Wagner's still slow to get up. You see there the foot that time. It was Cecilia Bart who made that play. It looked like she may have gotten part of the ball, but the call still coming. And it looks like it'll be a free kick this time for Mahtomedi. So the card was issued, I believe it was a yellow card here in what would be the 92nd minute of play. And it'll be a free kick this time for Mahtomedi. Sexton will take it. Wagner looks to be hobbling around, but she, I can imagine, will be fine. So Sexton from 20 yards out on a free kick with a chance to send the Zephyrs back to state. Sexton winds. Easy save that time, right into the chest of Stone. And a nice play that time by the senior to keep the score tied at 2. Stone will send the ball back into the center of the field. Gotten to that time by Broughton off the head. Further along there, Kate Olson. As the ball races to that far sideline, goes out of bounds. As racing to it was Rachel McCleary, but it goes out. We will have a throw in for one of the teams, but we'll have substitution here. It'll be a Pioneer throw in as the two teams have worked it out. So Pioneer throwing here, 8 minutes remaining in the overtime. The second overtime. And a chance now, Runyon trying to spin that shot, able to regain it. As Runyon trying to work around the defensive Broughton, who had to play up that time. Pass back to the defensive line. We've seen Heinz race past them. She almost did it again. Heinz taking the ball, goes out of bounds. And a corner kick this time for Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi did not have a corner in the second half, but they were 0 for 3 in the first. The Pioneers have a corner kick goal. They're 1 for 6. So again, Mahtomedi gets another excellent grade A chance. Set pieces were going to be their deciding factor. We'll see if it is again. The corner, the cross in front, looking that time for Broughton. Ball in the box, saved by Stone. Stone able to get back to that one here. 7 minutes remaining in the overtime. Stone will clear it. Back through to center. A little bit too far that time for McCleary. As Heinz will have a go out of bounds past her. It'll be a Pioneer throw-in again. We'll have the throw-in upcoming as the Pioneers do throw it in. So look to get it further ahead. Working on that far sideline that time. Corinne Brown, a name we haven't said too many times tonight. As the throw comes again. Challenged aggressively. A nice defensive play, trying to get up to that ball. That time was Carolyn Connors, but unsuccessful. We have a turn here. As Lauren Heinz trying to slow up. Nice defense that time by the Pioneers, but it goes off of the foot of Heinz and into the arms of Stone. She'll clear it again. Again, the Zephyrs better of the chances here in the overtime. Both overtimes for that matter. Broughton will send it back further along. Jutz will settle it. She'll send it back into the attacking half. Played further along now by the Zephyrs. There's McCleary trying to move it further. McCleary has it go out of bounds. It'll be a Pioneer throw. Coming 5:44 and counting here in this second overtime period. So we'll have a couple of substitutions awaiting for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs after the throw-in. As the throw now comes, working on that far sideline, trying to work around it, Runyon. Runyon tripped up, whistle, and a free kick here for Hill Murray. That extra desire, that extra step due to the heightened implications of the section final. We'll see if it costs either team here with 5 minutes remaining in the overtime. The back line playing up now. Mia Jutz will take the free kick 43 yards out. Defended that time by Mahtomedi. Before the ball comes back here. Now Wagner may have a free rush. Wagner, but an excellent job of the back check that time. That's a good job of boxing out. Whistle blows. Advantage Hill Murray. The clock has been asked to be stopped. That's a free kick to conversation. This time two yellow cards. I believe one yellow card was issued for Wagner and another yellow card was issued for Carolyn Connors. Because we saw both players have words to say for the official. So Wagner, the goal scorer, will take a seat, and Connors, the defender, will take a seat. Briefly, and that's 2 yellow cards issued, as we've seen 3 now in the overtime. Just a second overtime even. So with 4:41 remaining, the clock starts again at some point. As the ball will go back near the Pioneer bench, goes out of bounds. Now we have substitutions coming on. So we'll wait the throw-in coming here on the far sideline. Wait to see who has it. It's the Pioneers. Is there a throw? Looking back on the far side, Heinz trying to take it further along. Ball goes out of bounds again. Another Zephyr throw coming. Quickly. On that far sideline again. Much of this second overtime has been played on that far side of the field. The throw-in looking for Mahtomedi. Heinz trying to work her way through 3 defenders, unable to do so. Perhaps now she can. Heinz working her way in. Boom, ball just off of her foot. And it went off one of the Zephyr the Hill Murray defenders rather. And there'll be another chance on the corner for Mahtomedi. 0 for 4 in the game. 0 for 1 so far in the overtimes. 3:36 and counting. The right-footed kick is on. Headed out of harm's way, and nice defense that time by Hill Murray. So trying to chip it further ahead. Only one defender is back. And that's Handke. A good save that time by Stone. As the Zephyrs are selling out for the offense. There's a ball high into the air again. So trying to play it further along. Goes onto that far sideline. As it'll be Lozano. As the ball goes back again. Over the head, bounces out of bounds near the Mahtomedi bench. We'll have another throw-in. Played to a 2-1 decision for the Zephyrs back in September. Now here, middle of October, 2-2 tie here with only 2 minutes and counting remaining before penalty kicks decide a section championship and a state appearance for one of these 2 schools. For the Zephyrs, a chance for the three-peat. For the Pioneers, a chance to make their first state tournament since 2016. The turnover is Broughton. Will force it further ahead. And the speed this time of Audrey Barry. Barry has to work through 3 defenders. Barry Slow back up, some fancy footwork that time. She'll try to work around him from a sharp angle. Goes wide to the right. It'll be a goal kick here with 2:11 and counting. In the second overtime, we've played almost 100 minutes of soccer. And this time it'll be Jutz to do it from the goal box. Jutz kick goes out of bounds. Perhaps a wise decision to slow the advance in the play of the ball. However, you do give Mahtomedi some generous field position as Padelford sent it further along. Ooh, a little bit extra of a shove there after the clearance that time by Rachel McCleary. Again, these two teams do not like each other very much. As the ball goes all the way back to the goal line before being sent further along. Can be played further now by Mahtomedi. Chance for the Pioneers as the two teams tie up, and we have a Pioneer down again. As we see that physicality ramping up. That time the tackle by Padelford leaves one of the Pioneers slow to get up, still laboring. As the ball goes out of bounds near the Pioneer bench. This time we have a stoppage of play again. The 1:07 remaining here in the overtime as they go to look at what looks to be the calf of the Pioneer forward. Fortunately, can't quite see the number. Looks like it's number 5, Carolyn Connors, who's just had a very solid game. We see the trainer and the coach coming out for that conversation again. That time a conversation with the official as the two teams will head to the sideline. They'll take advantage of the stoppage with 1:07 remaining in the second overtime. It's been a fantastic match between these two schools. It'd be a shame if it has to go to penalties, but it looks like where we are headed. Claire Cater opened the scoring in the 28th minute to give the Pioneers a 1-0 advantage. Before seconds later, Lauren Heinz responded in the 28th with a goal of her own. Then, in the last 10 minutes, there was a flurry of activity. On the 73rd, Anna Wagner was able to break through the defense and chip her way through, as you see the Zephyr fans and the Zephyr students cheering on their team tonight. But it was Wagner who was able to work through the defense on an excellent ball, giving the Zephyrs the 2-1 lead. As it'll be Connors who's working her way slowly to the sideline with the assistance of her coach and the trainers. Before on the corner kick, Catherine Schindler able to tie the game at 2, and that's where we have been. With 1:07 remaining in this overtime, as Connors again continues to work her way to the sideline, taking her time, of course. And without specifically knowing the nature of the injury, of course, take as much time as you need. The chant, "Let's go Zephyrs," coming from the left. No response as of yet from the Pioneers, but with 1:07, perhaps time to make a hero of one of these schools. We've talked about the physical nature of the game throughout much of it here tonight, where the officials have been letting things go for the most part, letting the play decide it, but we've seen 3 yellow cards here just in the second overtime alone. So as the clock resumes here with 1 minute and counting, the Pioneers regain possession on that far sideline, goes out of bounds inside the last minute now, headed out of bounds on the throw-in. Perhaps one last rush for either school. We will see if anybody is able to get to it. Out of bounds again. Nice that play that time by Runyon. Runyon having to work around the physicality of McCleary. As the ball goes out of bounds this time. Sent in, Barry lets it go back further for McCleary. Ooh, challenge there, Jutz just a little early. The Zephyr fans want a whistle on that one, but none will come. Here's Broughton looking on that far sideline to chip it further along for Moreau. Moreau tries to work around the excellent defense that time. Whistle blows, it'll be a throw in here with 15 seconds remaining in the second overtime. Perhaps if they hurry, one more chance for the Pioneers. Inside 10 seconds remaining. The Pioneers will take their time. 3, 2, 1, and zeros. And with that, we are headed to penalty kicks. It's a shame it has to go that way, but the two teams have played so well tonight. We'll be back to start penalties and send one of these teams to state. Hill Murray 2, Mahtomedi 2. This is your home for Zephyr Girls Soccer and SEC Sports.
Thanks for buying a fishing license. I want you to picture all of the great things this simple purchase does. Like building public boat ramps, keeping local waters clean, and maintaining a healthy fish population.
What's Mom doing?
When you buy a fishing license, you do a lot. Every dollar protects and maintains your local waterways for future generations to enjoy. Visit takemefishing.org.
The skills you can develop in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your interests in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Gain practical experience with emerging technology and equipment that you can transfer to an exciting new field. Get a head start on your career while serving part-time and earning money to pay for college. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
After 100 minutes of high-quality soccer, we have settled nothing. It's been Hill Murray 2, Mahtomedi 2. We head to penalty kicks to decide a section champion and to see who goes on to stay. Your scoring summary. It's been hectic. It's been crazy. And if you've missed any of it, please, when it gets uploaded to YouTube, go back and watch it because it's been excellent soccer. Claire Cater scored first in the 28th minute to open the scoring, 1-0 for the Hill Murray Pioneers, before Lauren Heinz responded in that 28th minute as well with a goal of her own to even it at 1, and that's how we stood until the 73rd minute when Anna Wagner had a great chance in which to score, and she was able to do so, giving the Zephyrs a 2-1 lead, before on a corner kick, it was Catherine Schindler, who on a header tied the game up at 2. And after 2 10-minute halves of overtime, we've settled nothing. And so we head to the penalty kicks. Both teams will be kicking into the right net. You see the friendly conversation between Megan Lizaway and Sydney Stone, two top quality goaltenders who have both been excellent tonight. And they both certainly have things to add to their own personal highlight reels. And you certainly have to feel for whoever loses this one after having put in a spectacular effort tonight. You see there the 5 scheduled shooters for both schools, and it looks like Mahtomedi will get a chance to kick first. Kicking first for the Zephyrs will be the goal scorer from the first half, number 9, Lauren Heinz. Heinz and Stone set to do battle in this best of 5. Heinz awaiting the official signal. And on the whistle, Heinz to the ball. Shot, score! Lauren Heinz opens the scoring, 1-0 in the shootout for the Zephyrs. I've seen a lot of power for Heinz on that shot. Not too much there. Just went to the opposite corner, and now a chance for the Pioneers, as it'll be their own number 9, Claire Cater, to shoot. And Megan Lizaway in net. Cater will start off to the left. And on the official signal, quick approach to the ball. Shot, good save by Megan Lizaway. After one round, 1-0, Mahtomedi leads. Megan Lizaway, an excellent stop, diving to her right to take away the chance from Claire Cater. Next shooter for Mahtomedi, Audrey Sexton. As Stone will sit back in the net once again. Sexton will start straight on. So to start, quick shot, score! That shot must have fooled the goaltender. Stone, 2-0, Zephyrs lead the shootout. So 2 shots, 2 goals in the shootout for the Zephyrs. It's his time. It'll be Lucy Zupfer to shoot second for Hill Murray. Let's see what she chooses to do. Lizaway with a save already in penalties. Zupfer winds to the ball. Oh, and she shot it high. Zupfer looking to go top corner, lifts it high. And so a chance for a commanding 3-0 lead in the shootout And it'll be Erica Broughton lining up to kick. Broughton, the senior, will set the ball, awaiting the whistle. Wind starting to blow in on the shooters. Not necessarily significant from that distance. Broughton from far out, working in, lifts it high as well. So the miscue that time for Broughton. The Pioneers will send their next shooter to the line, as it'll be Ella Runyon to score, the sophomore, who was slow to get up in the later stages of the second overtime. We'll see if at all it affects her here in this penalty kick. As the Zephyrs leading through 2.5 rounds. Runyon on the official, wide to the left, shot, score! Runyon scores, and after 3 rounds, 2-1, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs lead. So we'll have the next shooter onto the line in the 4th round. Approaching the defender, Lindsay Hankey. Stone looking to make another stop. Hankey will start straight on about 5 yards out. Hankey winds, scores. And a nice goal that time by Hankey. 4-1. No, 3-1 rather, excuse me. And the Pioneers need to score to keep it alive. And a save by Lizaway will send the Zephyrs back to state. Will be Cecilia Bart to shoot now for Hill Murray. Going way back. A full 8 yards out. Pass to the ball. Shot. Save! Lizaway! And the Zephyrs head to state. And you knew that the senior goaltender, Megan Lizaway, when called upon, would deliver. 4-1 in the shootout. The Mahtomedi Zephyrs win 3-2 overall. They're headed to state to defend their back-to-back titles and perhaps take home a 3rd. The final from Higgins Memorial Field and Mary Queen of Victory Stadium. The Hill Murray Pioneers 2, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs 3 in penalty kicks. Your Zephyrs are heading to state. This is your home for Mahtomedi girls soccer on SCC Sports.